All right, what's going on, guys? Decided to go ahead and do this dollar challenge. I don't think I was tagged, but I just thought it was fun. I saw Roger Metarog's video, and I thought, I want to do this video too. So I got a couple honorable mentions. First, I just picked this up for in the dollar bin. First Deathbird, Miss Marvel #9. Even though it's a low grade book, it's a key. So more honorable mentions. We have a Tomb of Dracula #1 from Sweden. Got that in Denmark for $1 in the dollar bin. I also picked up a Hulk, She-Hulk #1 in the dollar bin. This is also, I don't know if this is German, I think, but that was $1. This came out in the 1980s, right after the original. And then my last honorable mention is a Ghost Rider from Marvel. Obviously, this looks like a Swedish or definitely Scandinavian foreign edition. Oh, I'm sorry, I do have one more honorable mention. I did find a price variant of Marvel Feature #4. It's very low grade, but they're extremely hard to find. So those are all of them. Okay, let's get into the actual number 10s. $10 bins. So Doorway to Nightmare #1. Obviously, this was a hot book a while back, found in a dollar bin. That's number 10. Madam's first appearance of Madame Xanadu, February 1978, 76. I found a nice high grade copy of the first Marvel Zombies. This is Fantastic Ultimate Fantastic Four #1 or 21. I found this at a Second and Charles. When did I find it? I found it I didn't, it doesn't say, but okay, I just picked this one up. Really nice high grade copy of a Bernie Wrightson cover on Batman. Horror. You can see his signatures right there. Very nice copy of that. So, this dollar bin challenge a little hard because I didn't have time to go through a lot of my boxes. I have big keys that I found for $1, but they're all scattered throughout. This is one of them. Picked this up at a flea market. I don't know how many years ago. It was funny when I got it. I picked it up for $1. First appearance of Batman Beyond, and this is the Six Flags promo copy. My LCS owner was just walking by, and he's like, "Did you find anything?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to show you because you'll get mad." So he's like, "You bastard." So Batman Beyond #1. And then I found Blade #1. Was it the same? Different flea market. Guy had three comics in an actual picnic, or no, an Easter basket, like a big one. He's like, "Buy them all," and I'm like, "No." So this is a very nice mint copy. I think I know it's a 9.8, but to be safe, I'll say 9.6. There you go. It's very beautiful with some silver foil lettering and swords. That's my number. What is that? I don't even know now. Is that number 4? Number 5? Then I picked up a Moon Knight #1 in the dollar bin. I actually found 3 of these at one point. I AOK 2 of them away. I kept one for myself. No, actually, this is my original one. I found 2 in the dollar bin and I AOK'd them away. I think one to Caroline or to Life with Two YouTubers. I don't remember who the other one was, too. But yeah. So this is one of my dollar bin finds from 20 some plus years ago when we had this big 7th inning stretch comic shop in our town. It started out small, but this little small shop became the hub for Central Florida collectibles. And he expanded. He moved across the street to like a 5 times bigger store. And now we have a huge store in Ocala, and we have another one in Dunellen where he originated. That both were customers. And because of his store, they started their own. And I found this in the dollar bin. So first appearance of him as Warlock, Gil Kane. Pretty decent copy too. Probably like a VF, not a VF, a Fine Plus. Gil Kane and Dan Atkins cover. Same shop. Found this for $1 in the dollar bin also. At the time that I found this was a book that nobody wanted. People would just pass all these new gods on by. Of course, Jack Kirby, his return to DC. I believe this is the first book that he put out on his return to DC. Very decent copy of that. Got a lot of first appearances in, as you can see in the back. And then from the same shop, I also found Mr. Miracle in the dollar bin. So 20 odd years ago, these books here, I know you don't believe it, but nobody wanted them. They were garbage. People couldn't hardly give them away. So number one, another Kirby, never part of the Fourth World. I think this is part of the trifecta. And then I did find this one at a different flea market recently for 90 cents. So the guy, I couldn't locate the rest of this. I bought a good 2 Ziploc stack of books from this guy, and it ended up being 90 cents a piece. There were 4 or 5 Golden Age comics in there. I don't even remember what they were at this point. Well, I know this was one of them, and this is, I don't know who does this cover. I don't think that's a Ditko cover. It may be, though, but he was known for this title. This is a Charlton comic from 1953. So my biggest dollar bin find ever. So in the last 20 odd years, I have never found a better, bigger, cooler book than this in a dollar bin. So this is Prize Comics number 10. You can see it's very low grade, but I am just happy that all the covers are there. Most of the front cover, very presentable. You have the World War II. He's got a tank, Black Owl. I mean, floating heads. I mean, what else more could you ask for in a dollar bin find? So that is the Black Owl leads the attack. My greatest dollar bin find ever. Prize Comics number 10. Thank you for the challenge. I don't know who the original challenger was, but thanks, Raj, for, I don't know if he even did challenge me. I just wanted to do this, but he did challenge me to the yellow cover contest, and you can sure that this one will be in there, and I'll be doing that video next. All right, well, this is Night Tiger saying peace out, peoples.